Today, I'm going to be breaking down the lyrics to my song, Another Long Train. For those of you who don't know, I self-produce, write, and mix my own music. And I felt like this song specifically was pretty underrated, so I thought today we could break it down. So when I first make a good beat and I feel inspired to write a song on top of it, I feel basically this cry in my soul to tell a story or something that I'm feeling directly. I think in the grand scheme of my career, this is something that's pretty inconvenient and something that a lot of songwriters will tell you to steer away from. Typically, when you write music, you want to pick a theme and something that a lot of people can relate to. Not that it has to be any less genuine, but that you're trying to find that great middle ground. But for me, I honestly make the songs more for myself, and it's something that I feel really great about, so I just try to make it literally as personal as possible. So the entire theme of this song is, well, how I met my girlfriend. And about a year and a half ago, I moved from Las Vegas to Tokyo. And since coming to Tokyo, since I obviously don't have a car, my main mode of transportation is taking the train. Hence the title, Another Long Train.
Teach me how to watch my six. I've been on a weekend high. Lately I've been wanting kids, saving for another time.
So the first bit of the intro slash kind of verse 1 is basically me talking to myself and saying, dude, you have to slow down. Unsurprisingly, going through high school, I didn't have the most luck with getting into relationships. And so meeting this beautiful girl and setting up plans to hang out again, I had to remind myself to slow down because you start to plan your life or your future and you're like, okay, well, our kids are going to be this way. I tend to be a pretty fast-paced person in general, so that's kind of what I was talking about in this first section.
I know. You want a way to take it in slow. Unexpected when green light it go. Uncollected but ready to grow.
And so continuing on with the same theme, we have me explaining basically the same things here again. And this is me being completely shocked by the timing because I would have never expected love to come when it did. And so in order not to rush too fast and to pace myself correctly, I was reminding myself over and over again to take it slow it down.
Maybe I could get your line and take a few hours of your time. Baby, only you give me life when everybody else told me lies.
In this next part, we start building up to the chorus, and you can really feel the tone shift, not only in the instrumental, but you can also notice that I stopped speaking to myself and I'm now speaking to my girlfriend. In this first part where I say, maybe I could get your line, anybody can take it however they want. They could say that it's a line like a phone, but actually in Japan, the most popular messaging app is called Line. But it's funny because when you read that line, you're probably just thinking I'm talking about a phone. So I met my girlfriend at an event where a bunch of people get together and just try to make friends. And going to social events like that and starting to meet a lot of people, you kind of notice a theme. Everybody always wants to impress to a certain extent, or they want to find a common interest. And my girlfriend was somebody that was just completely honest. Her answers were way different than anybody else, and I found that to be really attractive. I really appreciated the honesty, and that was something that stood out to me the most, and so I put that in the song.
Going out of work at 5. Don't wanna go broke this time. Looking like a hell of a clown. So tell me if you wanna go ride.
So by this point, I was about 4 months deep into Japan, and I had gone an entire year prior to that without working a job. So let's just say that my money situation was kind of a mess. I even made a really bad mistake with my phone bill, and it cost me like $500, so I also had credit card debt. And so I was completely insecure about my money situation, but the timing of everything was so perfect that I just had to take that leap of faith and see where it went.
You know I'm saving up, pocket change for a deeper I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I'll take another long train to get a look at your face going out of my way. If it were, I'd be happy I came to. I don't wanna wait all day. Maybe take another long train.
So the chorus of this song was something that was extremely easy to write. I was so low on money that I was trying to stretch every dollar the most I could and trying to be as careful as possible. I was straight up eating like peanut butter sandwiches and eggs every single day, and that was about it. And my girlfriend lives about an hour and 20 minutes away from where I am right now. And so taking a train all the way there and back sometimes can be kind of expensive. But of course, I was just completely smitten, and I was like, I will do anything just to see your face one more time. I'm saying that I would be so happy if you took a train all the way out to see me, and so I don't see why I wouldn't put in that effort myself. On one hand, while I'm being so cautious with my money, I'm also spending it just so we can be together.
It's been too long, my heart's sealing up. Distant love is a memory. Wonder if she remembers me. Probably not, like. Don't wanna sound about my chance, but I don't have any more plans. Take off, don't care if we land. I'm too far gone, your body's like quicksand.
Moving on to verse 2, I start to reflect on things and take a step back and kind of look at what things were before. It had been so long since I even had a romantic interest. And so not only was I just not confident in myself, but at the same time, I really didn't want to lose what was going. But at the same time, I felt like I had waited so long, and I finally found somebody that just has this strong aura that makes me want to gravitate towards them every time I can.
just enough. I'm like patience, I need holy love. I'm not good enough.
Even though I felt like I might not be good enough for it, or the whole thing might just crash and burn, I was on a love that put me on such a high it felt like I was basically in heaven.
Writing letters for my future wife and hope I make the night. I'm praying for my future life and keeping open mind. I told my family that I'm not coming home. There's someone in my life and I can't let her go. This feeling that I've never known.
And finally, for all the new lyrics in the song, we reach this kind of bridge right before we get to the last double chorus. I actually have this journal that my dad got for me before I moved out to Japan. And something my mom used to always tell me is something really cool you can do is start a prayer journal, and you can write in there every single day and pray for your future wife, even though you haven't met her yet. I thought this was a really cool idea, but I never actually started it. So moving out to Japan, I did. And it was pretty crazy because around day 100, I just felt like something was going to happen. And it was basically on the dot that we went on our first date. But of course, while starting a relationship and being overseas, this means that I'm not going to return home anytime soon. It was pretty difficult to tell my family that I really felt like I needed to stay in Japan longer and that I wanted to pursue my life here. I just felt like I had finally met my person and somebody that understands, and that was something that I couldn't let go of. Anyways though, that's basically the lyrics of the entire song. From there, I just repeat the chorus twice and it closes. Writing lyrics is something that by no means am I perfect at, but I've definitely worked really hard on trying to do something that feels very true and genuine to myself. And I truly feel that I've reached a point where every line has some sort of significant meaning in my life. And so if other people don't get that, that's totally okay, because to me, I feel moved by it. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say this time. You should probably subscribe if you haven't done that yet. You can also check out the song. It's going to be down in the description. So yeah, peace out.